Hello everyone, welcome to another Old World Almanac update video. We have gotten a new Old World Almanac, and as is the case, I usually like to take a look at those and give you my thoughts on them. So let's take a look at this Old World Almanac where we get to see a new Bretonnian sculpt. Here we have it, a Bretonnian Lord that was sculpted in 2008. They are hyping us up for the Old World. The release is this Saturday, and we will get not only the Bretonnian and Tomb King's miniatures, we will also get more classics returning. Some in their original form, others as remasters, and a select few coming on a made-to-order basis. And of these, they say that this last category, this made-to-order category, will blow you away. I personally like that they bring these old models back, but I'm not a big fan of made-to-order because that creates this whole FOMO experience if you want these models and you, for example, have already spent your hobby budget for this month, then you will not be able to get them, and once they're gone, they're usually gone either for a very long time or possibly forever. So not only does this create this whole FOMO, this also gives scalpers an opportunity to resell these models at a considerable price increase. So yeah, if you are wanting to get some older models and you're hoping some of your favorites will return, then start saving up money if you haven't done so already. If you're anything like me, then by now you have amassed several Warhammer armies totaling hundreds of miniatures. Because you still want to play those old armies in earlier editions, and because it takes a lot of time, there is no way you're going to rebase all of those goblins, skeletons, clan rats and whatnot. Fortunately, I have an ideal solution for you. If you go to my website forcesoffantasy.com, at the top right corner you will find an affiliate link to warfactor.eu. On this website you can find all sorts of base adapters, movement trays and spacers that you can use to easily upgrade your miniatures from their old trusted base sizes to the new ones for use in Warhammer the Old World. If you use this link on my website, a small percentage of your order will flow back towards the Forces of Fantasy podcast. So if you like to support the show, then this is a great way to both get your armies Old World ready and to show your support for the Forces of Fantasy podcast. Go to forcesoffantasy.com, click the affiliate link and order all the stuff you need to get your armies ready for Warhammer the Old World. Happy wargaming! So then we get to see here this Bretonnian Lord with his squire, this Grail Lord. It was sculpted back in 2008. That's a bit of an odd year, if you ask me, because 2008 is at the start of 8th edition, maybe we were still in 7th edition back then. Bretonnia didn't get an army book in 7th edition, and even in 8th edition, when the Old World blew up in 2014, 2015, around there, they still had not gotten an update. So this model was sculpted, but for at least 5 years it would not see the light of day, and then, well, the game sort of ended, and then it took even longer before it would finally see the light of day. I don't know what they wanted with this, if it was planned to release back in the day, but well, it was made in 2008. It was shown at a games day around then in a cabinet of greens. And greens, they explain later on, are the master molds that they use to create the molds. Well, they're the sculpts that they use to create the molds, and those molds they then use to create copies of this original green, the original sculpt of the miniature. As we were writing the new game, someone remembered the miniature and inquired if it was still around. Well, good for them that they did, because this is a pretty awesome looking miniature, like the little squire there holding the helmet. Especially with the new knights on foot, a grill knight on foot is very fitting. The heraldry is pretty nice as well. Stag is a very classic Bretonnian piece of heraldry. You already see that in 5th edition with those knights in the starter set. So, yeah, the Bretonnian Lord would be released after all this time. And then we get some more eye candy here, a golden demon entry, made by the same one who sculpted the Bretonnian Lord we see here. This trebuchet in action won 3rd place bronze in the Golden Demon in 2006. And then we get another miniature that we will see released, that we get teased. This Exalted Chaos Lord from Games Day 2009. I think the only reason they put this here is while they say there might not be other unreleased models coming to Warhammer the Old World, he is far from the only rarity to return. So maybe this means that we will see some of those Games Day only miniatures return. I don't know, it would probably defeat the purpose for having Games Day only miniatures, especially for collectors. But well, who knows what they are going to do. So many factions will receive a few surprises in this vein, and it's not only noble knight on foot mustering for the Kingdom of Bretonnia. And then they go on, it's rare to release a new model in metal. The last one was Warg Attack Gambling on Horse for the Middle-earth Strategy battle game. He was a unique release, but we have definitely had to make a new master molds for the other greens throughout the development of the Old World to replace the ones that were worn out. And we also got some further exciting reveals this week. So yeah, let's keep you updated on that. Those lucky enough to attend Warhammer the Old World launch event in Nottingham this weekend will get a first look at the next army due for release. I won't be in Nottingham this weekend, but well, as soon as we know, then as soon as I know, I will of course let you know as well. I have seen some pictures of dwarf dice released, so I guess that dwarves might be the next army to be released. Don't know if that is going to be the case or not, but that is my bet. That, of course, was not the only Old World news that we got. Well, this is the only Old World news I think that to many people matters. But for completeness sake, I would also like to point your attention to this Old World merchandise box. We can celebrate the Old World with a limited edition box of exclusive merch. What do we get? We get a hoodie with the Warhammer the Old World logo, a t-shirt, a nice snug blanket with the Old World map printed on it, and a dice bag with no dice inside but just the bag. The limited edition box will set you back £150, a little bit over 154 euros. So yeah, it's up to you to decide if that's worth it. I'm going to skip out on this one, but please don't let me tell you what you should or should not do with your own hard-earned money. That is going to be it for this episode. Let me take the time to, as always, point you towards the Forces of Fantasy podcast, where you can find more information on Warhammer, especially the older editions. And let me also point you to the Forces of Fantasy Patreon, where you can find exclusive bonus content and behind the scenes looks. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.